I can't do this. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the ReadMe podcast.
Welcome to the 5th episode. My name is Bhanuka.
And I'm Yudhanjay, and we've been humming the Halo theme song. So, up in the news, we have, of course, the biggest attraction of the past 24 hours, which is the Nexus.
Yes.
In case you haven't noticed, Google's put out 3 new devices, right? The Nexus 6, the Nexus 9, and the Nexus Player.
The 6-9 player, also known as the Nexus 69 player.
No, it's not. It's 6, it's 9. The Nexus 6 is one product, the 9 is another product, and the Player is something different.
The innuendo is real.
Anyway, the Nexus 6, of course, is, we kind of expected something more advanced than the Nexus 5, but basically along the same lines, right? A smartphone for dirt cheap. Instead, what we got was surprising. We got a phablet. I kid you not, 5.9 inches, a phablet.
Is 5.9 really a phablet? I get the
5.9 is a phablet. It's large, dude. A 5.9 inch.
Yeah,
phone
like
is
if you
literally
take
large.
the Galaxy Note, right? It's like 5.3, right?
Yeah, it's classified. And 5.9 is larger, and the Galaxy Note is also classified as a. It's not exactly a phone.
It's a large phone, not necessarily a phablet.
It's a large phone, but again, approaching 6 inches is like the phablet line, right? I get that phones have been getting a bit larger over the decades, but 5.9 is still large. Anyway, so you have the phablet, but here's the thing. It's priced at over $600. Now, usually, the Nexus series is known for dirt cheap phones, right? Really good phones for around the $300 price range. This is actually a bit more expensive. Now, if you need to look up the specs, you can do so, but rest assured the phone is epic. It's done by Motorola, and I hear it's based on the same Motorola X design. And I have to say that thing is good looking. And they also have the Nexus 9, which is a tab. I'm not going to comment on that. I mean, it's a Nexus device. It's guaranteed to be pretty good. Then they have the Nexus Player. Now, do you remember the Chromecast?
Yes, I do. That didn't really take off as it should have.
Not really. And do you remember Ouya? How do you pronounce it?
Ouya, yes. Ouya is the Android console that came out, right?
Exactly. And
I was actually one of the people who backed it in Kickstarter.
It was a very cool project, right? $99, and sounded like, something you'd genuinely want to have, right?
Yeah, but other than playing a few games, like a very few games which would actually work on Android and would feel okay having as a console, it isn't something that you would really use other than that.
Oh, sad.
I mean, think of it like playing any game on your phone but on your computer.
Right, so the interesting thing is now they've kind of, the player is kind of like a merge between Chromecast and Ouya.
Okay.
It's exactly that, right? You have the Chromecast stuff. You even have the search, right? The OK Google stuff.
Right.
And then you obviously can play games on it.
Now, the problem with it is, what's the price range?
Not sure exactly.
Because
Chromecast... But wait. Let me check out the prices.
The Chromecast came at an incredibly cheap amount of money. It was like $30 or $50 or something like that. So, giving your standard, LED TV or LCD TV, which wasn't a smart TV, the ability to access the internet was a pretty sweet deal for the amount of money you are going to pay. Other than going and getting a Samsung smart TV or something.
Check this out. It'll be about $99.
Oh, that's
not bad.
That's not bad.
Right? You're basically getting this, right? You'll be getting like blah blah blah. It's done by Asus, quad-core 1.8 GHz head, PowerVR graphics, all of that stuff. You'll get the Chromecast functionality, Google TV, and all that. And you get for an additional $39, you also get a controller, kind of like this.
Ah, okay.
It's not here in the picture, but it's kind of like actually kind of like what you'd expect to get with the Ouya, or better yet.
When can we get this? When can we get our hands on this?
It's expected to be available for pre-order from the 17th of October.
That's interesting.
Which is today, is it?
That's today.
Yeah, that's today. So let's go pre-order it, shall we?
www.amazon.com.
Will it be on Amazon?
I don't know.
They do put it on Amazon usually.
What's it called?
It's called
Nexus
the
Player.
Nexus Player. Hey, I'll play Nexus.
And it's not
You should go to the Google site, dude.
That is true.
There's the Player within brackets Nexus, but that looks like the kind of movie you would not want your kids to see.
Yes, now let's ignore that and pretend we didn't see anything and move along.
Anyway, the other hot news on the Techscape is, of course, Android Lollipop.
Yes.
A lot of my friends, dude, I think it's overrated. A lot of my friends are going gaga. Oh my god, Lollipop is coming tomorrow. But honestly, what you're getting, if you have a Nexus 5, what you're getting is a developer version. And at the same time, it's Lollipop.
Yeah, I expected something better than Lollipop. KitKat was fine.
KitKat was an exponential advancement. Yes, but look, let's not...
I mean, imagine the amount of money KitKat paid to get that done.
Imagine, right?
That was massive promoting.
That
right?
was a big promotion, and Google also tapped into KitKat's social media. But the thing is this, Lollipop is they've done some amazing stuff with the user interface. If you are an Android junkie, if not, you probably won't give a damn about it.
Like me, I'm using a Windows phone and I really don't care about Lollipop.
Yeah, like a lollipop.
No. Let's not go there. Let's just not.
Yeah. Anyway,
I can't even.
It's got some pretty cool features. If you are an Android junkie, you should definitely check it out. And what else did we have to talk about?
Ooh, remember that India's ban on drones?
Oh yeah. So it turns out India has a lot of use for drones, right? Even the Mumbai police have been using drones to monitor festivals and large crowds. Unfortunately, what they haven't had is a legislature to sort of back this up. And they've announced that they're going to be kind of banning drones until they get all that shit sorted. And
which is kind of sad in a way. For those of you who actually spent a couple $1,000s on drones.
No, I mean, they'll sort it out. They can't avoid it. It's useful in traffic police and whatnot. And eventually, you know what? People are going to use it. It's not like something they can avoid it. Oh, in other news, Etisalat in talks to sell out. This is a piece of news that we got from, yes, Arabian Business, when they talked to Etisalat's parent company and heard that Etisalat has been in talks with Bharti Airtel. They've initiated talks with Bharti Airtel to send off their Sri Lankan unit, which right now is the third largest mobile operator in Sri Lanka. They've got like 20% of the market share. Dialog, of course, has the lion's 40%.
Well, they have me.
They kind of have me too. The thing is, Etisalat, you have Etisalat, right?
Yeah.
I have Dialog. So the thing is, Etisalat has sent us a formal reply.
Okay.
It's essentially marketing copy. What they've said is we will continue to what they've basically said here is that we will continue to look out for the customer and provide services. It neatly avoids the sale. Right? It's like 2 sentences. It's in a PDF.
That's fine, right? I mean, as long as they have the right to sell their company.
Of course. I mean, I don't see why you have to reply to us about it, but...
Right, yeah, that's completely fine
very
and
nice.
reasonable.
That's very nice of you, Etisalat. Thank you very much for replying to us. But at the same time, it might get sold, so just keep an eye out on that.
Let's say it does get sold to Bharti Airtel. Like, what would it imply to anyone other than the fact that the brand that they signed up?
Firstly, do you remember Airtel?
Yes, I do.
You remember how catastrophically they failed in the Sri Lankan market?
Which is probably why they want to buy Etisalat, right?
Yeah. So that's your answer right there, man.
I mean, worst case scenario, there's going to be a few users who are going to cancel their subscription and move along.
That kind of is like that. You amplify that on a factor of like 1,000, and that's death for a company.
That is true.
For a company like Etisalat. We've also had a look at ELLO, interestingly.
Oh my god. Okay, just to give you the basics of ELLO, you guys know what a social network is, like Facebook, Twitter. There's this bunch of people who are quote unquote, are they like art students or something?
Well, they act like that. No, they're designers.
Yeah, they're quote unquote designers. And what they've done is they've created a social network which is working at an invite only basis. And the whole greater part about this is that there are no ads. Now, there's going to be a lot of issues with this. One is that it's a really bad idea. First of all, if you are to run a social network to manage servers and everything, you kind of need ads.
Because you need money. Because at the end of the day, okay, saying we are not going to have ads is very nice. It's very cool. It'll probably give the students a buzz. But at the end of the day, you're going to need money to pay your servers. But okay, leave that aside. The investors have apparently said that, where they're pretty happy with it and they have investment. And at the same time, it is a private beta. So
That
it's
is
still
true.
a test product, right?
And if you guys...
The thing is, I joined ELLO.
Okay.
I actually got an invite and I joined ELLO and I think it's hideous. People have been talking about its design, right? Look at this. This is the biggest waste of space ever. Whoever designed this had heard of waste of space, right? Waste of screen real estate, but decided it was like a Norwegian myth.
Like, or you could just say, quote unquote, it's minimalistic.
It's minimalistic. That means we're gonna waste your space with white shit and a black button. That's not gonna do anything.
It's a happy face.
But I love some of what they've done, right? The technology, okay, user interface quibbles aside, some of what they have here are brilliant. They have a friends, it's like Twitter, right? Everybody has an @ handle and you can follow people or unfollow them. But at the same time, you can, when somebody follows you, can sort of add them to a friends list or a noise list. They won't know what you added them to, but you can switch between your friends newsfeed and your noise. That's
but you can
brilliant,
actually
right?
do that on Facebook as well.
No, how?
Yes, you can. You can have them as friends or acquaintances.
Yes,
like
but
you can basically create your own list. It's a bit more complex than what...
It's a lot more complex.
It's,
like
it's not something that's given out of the box.
You use Facebook a lot.
Yes.
And you interact with a lot of people on Facebook.
Yes,
a lot
I
more
do.
than me. But imagine how convenient that would be to have just 2 timelines. You click.
Oh, I actually do.
Do you?
Yes, I have separate lists for people who I actually communicate with on a daily basis.
Okay.
And then there's a couple thousand people
Okay.
on a separate list where you can just basically ignore them.
But if you had like 700 users, you had 700 people on your friends list, you'd have to go through them one by one and reset everything.
Well, here's the thing. I play a lot of games, right? And the gamers are in a different circle and Facebook actually judges them.
Yeah.
And they actually go through the past apps that they've gone. For example, I've played a lot of browser games and that's like at least 1,000 people playing those. Now what Facebook does is these people play this game. So what they do is, do you want to add these to different lists? And they suggest all of those people that have played that app for a long time. So they know that these are the things that you want to avoid, and they actually do a pretty decent job at dividing
Oh,
things.
is it? I honestly don't get this. I mean, I honestly haven't been across this because I don't play apps. My interaction with Facebook is limited to me pushing out my opinion and hating on people.
That's what Facebook is for, essentially, né?
Yeah, I just...
The smaller issue is that now what ELLO does is it's right out of the box. Now for Facebook, you'd have to be a little bit more fluent in the game and you need to go into settings, you need to adjust all those things, make sure it's working properly, make sure you don't ignore someone you actually want to communicate with, because once you have hidden, quote unquote, hidden their post, you'll pretty much never hear from them again,
never
right?
see from
Unless
them, right?
you want to go and find them.
I've sort of done that. I've hidden a couple of people and I've never seen anything.
You know Onion, right? The Onion is a comedic news site and they've taken a great hit at ELLO. They've made a social network called Zilch. Now you can go to www.zilch.co. I think it's still up. Basically what this is, it's a social network without ads and without images and text and anything. It's the perfect social network. It's completely blank. And it's brilliant. If you want to, they also have @ handles. You can go to Zilch, ZYLCH, zilch.co/@ and then type your username to see your page and it will show you true minimalistic material.
Let me beat that, right? They have you seen Includer?
I have not.
Right. Includer came out in 2008. We were probably too young to remember this shit, but at the time, what they said was, I mean, this is the press that I'm reading. Tired of only having 60, 100, 200 friends. Includer is the most awesome social network ever. Upload photos, publish notes, get the latest news from my friends. You can have the warm, comfortable feeling, blah, 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 knowing that everyone and everything around where you live, study, or work is your friend. What they do is, they say that with their patented advanced synchronization algorithms, sign up is easy, blah, 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 and more blah. They say that when you sign up, you're in a hyper-connected network without the concept of friend, because that means you're everybody's friend and everybody's your friend. This was a joke because when you signed up, you'd get a whole bunch of friends, like 20 million friends, some of them being Julius Caesar, Kim Jong-il,
So that's like
Napoleon Bonaparte.
That's like a step down if you were PewDiePie.
Kind of. It would actually be a step
20
down.
million, you are
But
30
look at this, sorry. 12.3 billion friends.
Oh, okay,
It is a
that-
step up from PewDiePie, including Julius Caesar. And you see, notice the testimonial from Kim Jong-2 at the bottom of the site, right?
Username
Kim J141, right?
41,
He says,
his age, I think.
on MySpace, no friends. On Facebook, no friends. But on Includer, and the most popular cat on the planet. Me like it.
And with that killer Kim Jong impression, I think we'll be wrapping up today. Thank you all for watching. Now, if you guys do enjoy these podcasts, make sure to leave a like and a comment below. Let us know what you guys think about, because it does help a bunch. And we will see you again next week with the 6th episode. My name is Bhanuka.
And I'm Yudhanje.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, goodbye.